Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I'm documenting my progress towards training for an Ironman. Today, I'm going to be talking about how I ran a half marathon in just under a month of training. And before I get into that, I'm going to ask you guys, please like this video, subscribe. It really motivates me to make more videos. And yeah, let's get into it. So just to give a little background for the past month of training, I started out at about a 7.5 minute per kilometer pace, and I've been able to bring that up to around 7, maybe 6:45. And so far I've done 66 kilometers. With the half marathon, it will be around 80 something kilometers. And yeah, I'll go into the main tips that I have and just some recommendations. So my first tip, and probably the most important tip out of all of them, is to start slowly. And when you think that you're running slowly, run even slower than that. Because running a marathon and training for a marathon, really, it's about finding your endurance pace and getting that and improving that. Try to find that all-day pace and train at that pace. Train every day at that pace, and slowly your speed will increase and it will still be just as easy. So that's my number one tip. And just to add on to that, training this all-day pace is how you're gonna get good times in your half marathons and marathons. All right, let's move on to the second tip. So my second tip that I unfortunately had to learn from my half marathon is that make sure you're getting enough electrolytes in. I neglected that and I started cramping around 18 kilometers, and it just made the last 3 or 4 kilometers hell. So make sure you get your electrolytes in. Eat a banana before, bring an electrolyte drink. Make sure you get your electrolytes in. To sort of build off that second point for the third tip is to think about your nutrition plan during your half marathon or your half marathon. It's super important to make sure that you're getting calories in on these long runs. And so what I learned, I usually don't eat anything during my runs if it's around 10 kilometers. So this time, unfortunately, I didn't bring any food. And so when I got to the halfway point, I started getting really tired. And so it really would have benefited me if I had a nutrition plan going into this half marathon. I should have brought some snacks or something. Just an idea for this, if you don't like carrying food with you, is to do a half distance loop to make sure that you come back to your house and re-energize before you go back and do the other half. And my final tip for you guys for running half marathons or full marathons is to be mentally prepared for pain or discomfort. When you're doing these long runs, it's almost guaranteed that you will experience pain or discomfort. But being mentally tough and prepared for that will really help. When you're going on these long runs, you're also training the mental side of things, not just the physical side of things, because you're always going to be wanting to stop. There's always going to be pain, and overcoming these is just as important. I can almost assure you that there will be problems that arise that you won't expect. For example, when I was out on my half marathon run, I had the tongue of my shoe rubbing against my shin and it made it raw. And so I never expected this in my 10 kilometer runs, which were the longest that I had gone before that. I had never experienced this, and it really surprised me, and I just had to keep pushing through. In all honesty, when doing these types of long runs without much training, mental toughness is probably one of the most important things on top of that endurance pace. So just to end this video off with a recommendation, a lot of times people get sort of hung up on preparation, and I know that I do this. I get sucked into finding the perfect training plan and trying to optimize my training. But really, the most important thing when you're trying to run these long distances, or you want to run a marathon, do an Ironman, the most important thing is to just start training. Just start running. Just start going out for bike rides. Because at the end of the day, these easy runs, easy rides will be the most beneficial in the beginning. Once you start getting more experienced and you're getting closer to your actual event, it will be important to do some speed work and everything. But these easy runs and these easy rides will be what you build your foundation of cardio on. And yeah, that would be my recommendation for you guys. All right, well, that just about wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a like. Subscribe if you want to follow my journey of training for an Ironman. Please leave any comments or questions if you have any. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.